Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and as well Scorpio Rising. Weekly general tarot reading May 17th up until May 23rd, 2021. And should you find yourself being interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to see a link to my website where you can either view or purchase either or both of these services. So with that being set aside, moving to the Scorpio reading straight away. And the first card we do have, that is going to be the Three of Swords. Moving next, that will be the Four of Swords, followed by the Five of Pentacles. Moving next, we do have, oh my god, the Ten of Pentacles. And the last one, that is to be the Ace of Wands. So these five cards. Obviously, the start of the week is not going to be very thrilling, if I may say it that way. But there is a redeeming end, at least. So I'm not, how can I say it? It's because I am a Scorpio, I'm a bit disappointed with the start of the reading itself. Because the week will be a week where it will require a couple of things from us to do. The first one is that we need to just accept the things as the things are, you know, and just keep up from there. And while doing so, we should not despair. That is the most important thing for the week. Take it that way, Scorpio, that this week our faith is to be tested. Faith in that we can pull it through. The faith that we do deserve better, for example. Faith that we can recover, and so on and so forth. Because at the start of the week here, we are starting with the Three of Swords. And that is the moment where, well, Three of Swords can manifest itself in many ways. The most mild way how that card could manifest it is when you are not pleased with what you have performed or with the way you have performed it, and you are dwelling into the thoughts that you could have done it better, you know, and thus diminishing your enthusiasm for the future. Now that is the mildest way how this card could happen. The severe way how the card could manifest it is when something really wrong had been done either to you or you have done it to yourself, you know, and it's just you're dwelling into the thought, how could you done that, or how someone could have done this to me. And those thoughts start making us feeling very bad and very demotivated, if you will, generally heartbroken. And it's just at that point everybody could find themselves lost. So the advice that I can give to you and to myself as well, it is that we should not dwell and we should not allow these poignant and negative thoughts to twist and tangle in our mind, but instead we need to focus on the positive things into our life, for we do have still such. And what's positive we're going to find there? Well, the very least, for what it seems, and that is can be seen into the other card here, which is the Four of Swords. It is the very least we do have a very genuine friend, a very genuine companion that we can spend time with, and that we can talk about the misfortunes that either had been done to us or either we had done to ourselves, we just experienced. Now, I will backtrack a little bit to the Three of Swords. Now, the practical manifestation of the cards, it is the sensation you do one step forward and something pushes you two steps backwards, and it's kind of like one is feeling like it's hitting a wall, like nothing you do actually matters. That's not true, okay? This is just how our perception, how our thoughts are making it look like. That's why we need to mobilize. That's why we need somebody here that we can talk to, that we can express ourselves. We have no shame about, that we have no restrictions in what we are to say. That could be a family member of yours, say a cousin, sibling, or maybe parent. And by sharing all these thoughts of yours, by sharing all the events that took place beforehand, and seeing how this person reacts, what advices that person gives you, and in generally how you interact with each other, that is going to make us very, very peaceful, and also how can I say, very practical to a point where we will be able to it's the word is not resolving, but more like and it's not dismantling and not ignoring. um, just hold on a second. It's like the problems that we may be experiencing, they will just going to be um, not irrelevant, but it's like in stasis. They will have no influence whatsoever for the time being. And this moment in peace will allow us to forge a plan how to resolve these problems that right now we are able to keep dormant. The word was dormant, right? So we were able to keep dormant at that particular point. And at the middle of the week here, as the Five of Pentacles manifests, this is the point where we start questioning our previous actions and our current actions also. And when I say questioning, we may kind of like question our interactions with the world. For example, we may decide that we are way too soft, we are way too milder, we are way too empathetic, right? Or empathic. I'm sorry, empathetic. Oh my God, empathic, right? But instead, we gotta be strong. We have to be more determined. We have to be more selfish, if you will. That is just an example. But the thing about the Five of Pentacles, it is when one starts questioning their lifestyle, their approach, the way that they do things as well. For the reason being is that it's just these things are feeling very uncertain. They feel very insecure. And by doing so, you are going to start or we are going to start addressing the problems. Maybe, for example, if I have to question myself here, I'm going to question the way that I do socialize with people. I'm not very good with that. Go figure. But, questioning something that makes you feel miserable. And by questioning it, we're going to start addressing the issues. Why this is happening, And beforehand, before we talked with this very faithful companion of ours, we saw these issues as something quite overwhelming, as something that we cannot fathom how we can resolve it, right? But now, after that conversation, they seem petite, they seem trifles, really, and yeah, they are quite a lot as a quantity, but the quality of them is very poor, and for that reason, it doesn't look like that we are going to stay in this miserable status for much longer, but instead we're going to put our determination and strong will into work and start resolving pretty much all the matters. And again, mind you, you're not alone in that. You do have a faithful companion. Into the traditional Five of Pentacles, you do have two people running in the winter, which speaks that you are not alone in this. Okay, and right after we start resolving these problems or these trifles, I would say, we do have the Ten of Pentacles manifesting, and that is where very, very quickly our environment, from being very unstable, very questionable, and very disappointing even, it starts becoming very cozy, very comfortable, and very stable, very solid. And we're going to start feeling at that moment that we are going out of certain dependencies. We are not dependent from that issue any longer, or from this person, or from that job. It's just we're going to feel more, not as a solo player, but like we can, how can I say it? We can make a difference for ourselves more and more. And at this point, we also are going to experience, how can I say, invocations from the past, in a sense of the people that we knew or that we know, but we didn't got in touch with them for quite a while. They may start reappearing back again into our life. Are we going to allow them to do so, to become a part once more? That depends entirely on us. Our experience is going to be different for every single Scorpio. For some Scorpio, these people have betrayed them, their trust, and so Scorpio may decide, no, it's not worth it. For others, that could be very happy, reunion. In either way, are you going to allow them to win back your trust or not? That depends entirely on you and on your personal preference. But at the grand scheme of things here towards the end of the week, it is that we as a Scorpio are going to start thinking about life in the bigger picture. Excuse me, in the bigger picture, and we're going to start planning our investment. And when I say our investment, I don't mean just only money. I mean as well time, what you're going to do for living, for example, where do you want to live as well, and so on and so forth. And whatever we come up with, it's going to prove itself to be really, really good investment, really, really good plan. And at the end of the week, the Ace of Wands really hits us, and that is something unrelated to the previous of the reading. It's actually related, and it comes from the independence that we are acquiring. We don't have that much of a travels anymore around us, and thus we can look around us for a new opportunities, and the new opportunity comes about. This is a very, very gainingful enterprise that is something unlike anything we had experienced thus far, and there is literally no reason why we should deny our involvement into it. Now, this enterprise will require from us to act differently, to be in a different environment, and in generally to pretty much experience very, very different things that we probably could not imagine by that point. But it's a very good card when it comes to money making and career. It is because it will allow us to cash in on talents and skills we had no idea we possessed. It is just that this is an addition to our arsenal of making money. But for relationship, it's not less less positive. There we are just going to open up for a more versatilities when it comes to socializing and when it comes to interacting with a potential suitor. So with that being said, Scorpio, this was our general weekly tarot reading. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it just as much as I did. You just have to gnash our teeth at the start of the week and just push through it. And with that being said, we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.